Alright everyone, so there's gonna be 3 videos that you see me wearing the same outfit, but that is okay because I just had to film an update for my December vlog. I had to film the introduction for my November vlog because I didn't do that. So just, you know, I'm filming November unboxing, so it's kind of the same. It's December, just we'll go. All right, so today I have a ginormous unboxing for you. Not because I bought a whole lot of books. No, I did. I bought a whole lot of books in October and November, but really most of these I bought way before and they just happened to come in. So I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Fairyloot, 3 of which are my regular subscriptions. I have 2 OwlCrates, which are my regular subscriptions. My Illumicrate, which the box is torn to shreds, but that's a regular subscription. And then I got 2 books from the Bookish box. So I had their subscription years ago, and there are some sets that I have gotten from them that I continue to order the books that come out after that set to make sure that I have all of them. So those are gonna be 2 of those orders that I have. So we're gonna dive in and get started. I think first, let me move these, because they're stacked that high. First, we will get into the Illumicrate just because the box is killing my soul. So you can see that the mail wasn't too friendly to it. So I did open it just to make sure that all of the items were inside. So I have like the spoiler card out here. So I didn't look too hard at the items. I just wanted to make sure that everything was in there because I knew that it would be a while before I actually got to the unboxing. All right, so the first is we have our spoiler card. Pause if you'd like to read. Let's see, first in our list. Okay, so we have Divine Right Socks, inspired by the Principles of Moments, or the Principle of Moments, which I'm not familiar with at all, but that's okay because I don't mind. These socks are super cute. Take a look at those. I love book box socks. I will never be mad about book box socks. 1, I have 3 children, so they steal my socks regularly. And 2, the book box socks just have always been like really good quality. Like, I love them. I think we got socks last month too, because I remember saying the same exact thing. But next in our box is what seems to be a book pot, I'm assuming. So let's cut this baby open and see what we got. It's a book pot, and it's not broken, yay. All right, well this one's really pretty. It's gray with like, is it gold? It looks like maybe bronze-ish foiling or bronze-ish like metallic design around it. And it says alternate realities, which makes sense because I'm pretty sure the book of the month is a sci-fi. So I like that a lot. So I have a few of these. And I've also given some away to like friends and my kids and stuff because there's a lot of them, but I do enjoy them. I put like bookmarks and then pens and stuff like that. And next, and I started opening before I even showed you because I forgot that and that the space is like it's hidden. Anyways, the next is the Vagabond Quick Tumbler, and inspired by Crown Chasers, which I'm not familiar with. A lot of the items that Illumicrate does are for more obscure books than like the other boxes. Like the other ones usually do items that are either for the book of the month or like a lot of fandom neutral stuff, but for the most part, they do like the popular books. Like there's a lot of like Caraval items, there's a lot of like Gideon the Ninth and you know, just stuff that everyone kind of knows about. And Illumicrate tends to do items for like obscure books that aren't very popular, that you really have to be like specific in your knowledge of to know. But the Vagabond Quick, it's a little tumbler. I don't use these. I mean, I'm basic, so I have a Stanley, obviously, or I use like the Starbucks cups or whatever, but I do have a bunch of these from over the years, and I just put them under the cabinet, and if like one of my, you know, cousins or someone brings their kids over and they need a cup, this is usually what I give them so that I don't have to worry about spilled juices all over my house. So they're nice to have, but again, I don't personally use them very much. Next is this lovely little baggie that says One more chapter coin. So this is how you lose the Time War. So I believe that that is the book of the month. No, it's not. Scratch that. So this is from This Is How You Lose a Time War, and it is a one more chapter coin. Okay, that's super cute. That's actually really cute. So if you look close at it, I don't know if you can see it, but if you look close at it, you've got a coin on one side. It says one more chapter, and on the other, it says go to sleep. So that is when you're reading at night, like I was last night at 4 in the morning. If I was debating on whether or not to go to bed or finish it, then I guess I would flip this sucker. And if it said go to sleep, I'd go to sleep, or I would read one more chapter. It's cute. Will I ever use it? No. No. I don't leave those things up to chance. If my eyes are falling, like my eyes are shutting, that's when I go to sleep. If not, then I just deal with the consequences the next morning. So, all right. And then the last thing we have is our book. So let me cut the plastic off of it. I don't know if in the UK, Illumicrate still does the baggies, but here the distribution center in the US for Illumicrate, they plastic wrap their books like OwlCrate does. So let's put that in there. So the book of the month is The Last Hour Between Worlds by Melissa Caruso. So this, if I recall correctly, is a sapphic story. It's time traveling. I assume just because it's time traveling that would make it like sci-fi-ish, but I think that there are fantasy elements to it. Oh, that's gorgeous. Okay, so the dust jacket itself has nothing underneath, and it is a different color palette than the original. I believe the original is like black and gold instead of blue and silver. But the under the dust jacket, like the hard case cover, that is freaking gorgeous. Look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. And then the design continues onto the back. I love that. And then you have the sprayed edges, which are gonna be, got like stars and clocks and like celestial designs. I like that. I like that design. The end paper art is absolutely gorgeous. Look at these ladies. It's beautiful. Her dress is freaking gorgeous. And is that, no, it's just printed. Okay. And then we have different art on the back, and it kind of looks like a different art style, to be honest with you. Maybe not. Maybe it isn't, but look at that. That's absolutely beautiful. All right, so that is Illumicrate. Okay. So what I have decided to start doing is putting the card, as long as it fits inside of the book, because I'm starting to lose track. I've got too many subscriptions. I'm starting to lose track of like which book came from where. So I've started to do that. I actually have saved the cards for all of my other subscriptions, like going back years, and eventually, one day I'm going to just feel the urge and I will go through and I will put them where they belong. But so I'm just sticking that in there, and we shall set this one aside. All right, next I think I'm gonna go with Bookish box. Get those two out of the way. So we just got plain brown box from the Bookish box, and we have, let's see which one it is that I ordered. Ah, okay. We have Nightbane by Aster. So this is the sequel to Lightlark, which they did a gorgeous edition of Lightlark in the YA subscription. It was probably like one of my favorite editions that they've ever done. So I did obviously buy the sequel. Now, if any of you guys realize this, the third one has just come out. So I got the second one by the time the third one came out for regular publishing. So Bookish Box has always been very delayed with their books, which is why I stopped the subscription with them, because the delays were just ridiculous. Like I think there was like a 3-month wait when I canceled. Now I think there's like a 6-month wait. I think people are like getting their like summer boxes now or something crazy. I don't know, but their special edition orders also have a bit of a wait, but I mean, when they come, they're freaking gorgeous. It's like, look at this, but there's like foiling on the cover, like there's foiling there. The edges are beautiful. The end papers, I'll show you in a second. So we have a reversible dust jacket underneath the cover. This black, like on this side, is all matte, which is absolutely beautiful. And then we have the naked cover, which is this beautiful gold. And then you have like the black and gray pressed into it. And then the end papers are also beautiful. Whoever designed this edition, excellent job. Like, it's absolutely gorgeous. The only thing I could say is like the weight for this is rough. It is rough. Next, we will do my next Bookish box order, which I want to say that maybe it's Plated Prisoner. I'm not sure. I don't recall what I ordered at this point because it's been so, yep, Plated Prisoner. All right, I can tell by the gold edges. So we have Gold by Raven Kennedy. So I have all of the other Bookish Box Edition books to match this series. So obviously I'm finishing it off with them. All right, so these editions have a like plastic dust jacket, and then half of the cover design is like on the book and the other half is on the dust jacket. So this is the dust jacket, and then we have like a foil design on the hardcover, and then the scene just kind of follows around to the back. And then we've got like beautiful end papers that are just a scene, but I do love a good landscape scene. And then we have the edges. If you are unfamiliar with this series, the first book in the series, it's a Plated Prisoner series, and the first book in the series is Guild, I believe. I actually have a video, like one of my most popular videos that I did before I quit initially was the unboxing of the first 3. I think this is the 5th one. My eyesight is not well enough to see where they are over there in the library, but I believe that this is the 5th one or the 4th one. No, it should be the 5th one. This should be the 5th one. I have not read the 4th. I read the initial 3. I have not read the rest of them because I'm waiting for them to all come out, because to be honest with you, my memory isn't that good. So I've decided that really long series that are still continuing, like I'll read the first one to see if I want to continue the series, and then I'll kind of pause it and wait for all of them to come out, unless it's like something that is a lot of spoilers that I see out like in the world. I don't want something to be spoiled. Then I'll pick it up and just kind of read as it goes. So I will eventually do an entire reread of the first 3 and then a reading of the series. The last book, Goldfinch, has released to the public, but the Bookish Box version of it has not gone up for sale yet. So I might actually start the series because I can always get it on Kindle and then just buy the Goldfinch edition when this comes out so that I have it. But that's still something that I'm debating on. I'm not entirely sure. Gorgeous edition, yeah. And if anybody has these editions and they're unfamiliar with it, the books, because they're plastic, the dust jackets actually have like a layer of like film on top of it, like a scratch jacket, and you can peel that layer of film off and you won't have any scratches on your dust jacket if yours came that way. All right, next we're gonna do OwlCrate, just because it makes sense. So we're gonna do OwlCrate next because I've only got 2 of those. And Fairyloot, I have 7. Yay. All right, so we will do OwlCrate Adult first, I think, because that's another just book only. So I have several subscriptions, or in the coming year I'm probably going to be canceling a lot of them because I get a lot of duplicate books, and most of the time I don't mind because I give one to my daughter. She loves to read, so they either go like in the like extras on the extras shelf that like friends and family can pull from, or I give them to my daughter if she's interested in them. But the duplicates are becoming more and more frequent. For example, the OwlCrate book, I know for a fact that the OwlCrate book and the Fairyloot YA book are the exact same this month. And then the OwlCrate Adult and the Fairyloot Adult are not the same this month, but they are the same as the opposing month. So like this book that is in this OwlCrate, we are getting next month from Fairyloot, and then the book that we have from Fairyloot, we're getting next month from OwlCrate. So it's just a lot of duplicates, more than I would like, and I'm happy that like these books are being chosen because they really do sound interesting, but I'm trying to avoid too many duplicates. So I might actually be canceling some subscriptions next year. I don't know, I still haven't decided. I've had both OwlCrate and Fairyloot and Illumicrate since like 2021, so my heart is kind of like me. Do you want to do it? I'm not a quitter, I swear. So we'll see. All right, so this is a thick boy. Okay, let me cut the plastic off. If I can get a spot to cut the plastic off. Okay, so the OwlCrate Adult book for November is The Courting of Bristol Keats by Mary E. Pearson. So this is the author's first adult debut book. If anyone is familiar with her name, or if you're like, that sounds super familiar, what is she? She wrote The Kiss of Deception and The Dance with of Wolves, I think it is. Dance with, yes, something like that. So this is her adult debut. It is a romantasy, and it's pretty. Okay, all right, hold on. So let me show you. So the original book has a dark background, but the colors on the cover are more bright. They're like pinks and greens and stuff like that. I'll put a copy of it up here so you can see. So this is a completely redesigned cover, and it's made it like a lot darker, which I kind of like, especially since I know that the Fairyloot one is going to be bright, because they usually do a lot brighter. The edges on that are absolutely gorgeous, and they do go all the way around. So let's see. OwlCrate does under the dust jacket art beautifully. So let's see what we have here. It's gonna be the under the dust jacket art. And we have, ooh, oh, mine's a little dinged up. That's okay. That's all right. No big deal. And that's gonna be the foiling on the dust jacket, or on the hardcover. It says, no more fresh starts, but a chance to water a seed, to let something grow and bloom. Okay. And then on the back it says, maybe hope was mortal magic. And then it's got a pretty spine for that's beautiful. All right. Ooh, the end papers. The end papers make me want to pick it up soon, but I know that I should not, because I'm reading too many freaking romantasies right now. I will forget. They will become one in my head, and I can't do it. Can't do it. So I'm gonna need to wait to pick this one up, but that's okay. So that is a gorgeous edition. It's really thick though. Like, I don't know, it's really heavy. And I'm not sure if they just did like thick paper. I mean, yeah. So they did OwlCrate did thick paper, and it's like over 500 pages. So it's not like the longest book ever, but OwlCrate tends to do like thick paper. My daughter, I just gave her the OwlCrate copy of What the River Knows, and I told her to read it. That way, if she likes it, I'll buy her the copy or the matching set for What the Library Hides. And she's like, this book's heavy. And I'm like, yeah, but it's the paper quality is like really thick and like good. So we have that one. Next is going to be our OwlCrate YA. So OwlCrate. So if a book company offers items with the box, I usually get it. I like the items. So I get the Illumicrate with items, which can be a YA or adult, fantasy or sci-fi. And then we have OwlCrate YA is a fantasy, and I get that. And then Fairyloot YA is a fantasy, and I get that. And those are the ones with the items. Everything else is book only. So let's start off with, what do we have in here? So OwlCrate stopped doing the spoiler cards. Apparently there is a QR code. Yes, there's a QR code on the cover, actually, of the box. And then you scan that, and that is actually your spoiler card, which I'm kind of sad about, because the minute they stop doing that is when I start deciding that I need to stick the freaking spoiler cards inside of the book so I remember where the book came from. But that's okay. I will survive. I will survive. All right, so the first item that we have is a tea. So it is Noor, Zorat, and Tea Collection, or Concoction. A tea concoction. So this tea is decaf with a natural cream flavor, white cornflowers, cardamom, cinnamon, cloves, orange peels, ginger, peppercorn, rose petals. This, like, I was down with like cinnamon, cloves, orange, ginger. The peppercorn, maybe. The rose petals, no. No, I don't like florally. I don't like to drink florally things or eat florally things. I don't know why. My brain instantly tells me like poison, which I know it's not. I know that you can like, you know, have rose petals in your tea and be perfectly fine. But my brain still thinks like flower equal poison. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to drink this, but that's okay. I'm sure someone will enjoy it. My kids love tea, I love tea. Minute, off the counter, go bro. All right, next in the box is, and I'm not going to unfold it just because I have so many of these. I can never fold it back as pretty as they do, and I'll probably stick this like in something as an emergency. But this is going to be one of those like travel bags where you can keep it in another bag, and then when you need like a tote, you can unfold it and you have like a little tote. I probably have like 4 or 5 of these from OwlCrate. I will find a picture of this like on Mercari or something so you can see the design, and I'll put it here, but I don't want to unfold this because it's just gonna get put like in a bag, and I never fold them nicely. like I can never get them as nicely folded as they were before. Next in our box, we have a bookmark. They are doing a metal bookmark series right now, and this one is Creatures and Companions of the Golden Compass. So that is actually really pretty. It's the polar bears from the Golden Compass. I have not read that series. I started it and I never finished it. So I started it because the HBO show. And I'm like, oh, well, the HBO show, I need to read this. I started it and I never finished it. I mean, it's very good. It's very good so far, but it's already a bit of a struggle at my age to like relate to characters in their like teens and 20s. And the kids, it's just, anyways, that's neither here nor there. So on to the next. We have our perfect pairing pin, and this one follows, I don't know who it follows, but it looks like, I want to say the Hunger Games. Is it the Hunger Games? Yeah, the Hunger Games. Okay. It is indeed the Hunger Games. Okay. So if you can see that there. It is Katniss and Peeta riding in the chariot, like through the parade, with like her flaming dress behind her. It's actually really cool. My pins, they go in a little jar. I have 2 of them now because I have so many pins from so many subscription boxes. But they go in a little jar that I sit on my bookshelf. I don't ever use them for anything, but I have them, and that's what matters. I just like to have things sometimes. Next out of the box is one of my favorite things that OwlCrate does. So every year, at the end of the year, they give you a reading journal / planner for the next year. They are some of the nicest like planners that I have seen, and they just give it to you like it's nothing. Like, this is the planner for this year. Show you, and it says a field guide to reading, a 12-month planner, and the back says tell me what it is you plan to do with your one wild and precious life by Mary Oliver. So that's actually pretty freaking cool, and it's gorgeous. It's got gold edges, and then the inside is actually like a full color like field guide almost, which is pretty cool. Like, this one is super pretty. I think this is probably my favorite one so far. And I mean, I'm not a fan of like warm color tones like this, but I think just the theming and just how like pretty everything is, I think this is probably my favorite one that we've gotten so far. And I've gotten, I think, 3 or 4 of them. I don't know, I have to double check. All right, last but not least in this box, we have the book. You remove the plastic. So the book for OwlCrate YA this month is For She Is Wrath by Emily Varga. So we've got a really pretty edge, and it is on all 3 sides. The back says sometimes it is those we trust the most who will betray us. So if I remember correctly, like, this girl goes like on an adventure. She has to break out from something or escape from somewhere because she was betrayed by the man that she loves. Share. All right, so we have under the dust jacket, we have a completely redesigned cover because this is not what the cover looks like at all. And that is beautiful, like the foiling and everything, that's gorgeous. Under the dust jacket, we have like a cream color case with blue foiling. And it says, what is your revenge costing you on one side? And in the back, you know I'd follow you anywhere, Danny. So I'm assuming her name is Danny, or somebody's name is Danny. Maybe the guy that betrayed her's name is Danny, I don't know. But, so that, oh, and the end papers. OwlCrate does gorgeous freaking end papers, man. Look at those. And they are foiled, if you can see. On the edges, it's like a framed foil on the edges. And they're different on each side. And then this one is indeed signed. I haven't been looking, to be honest with you, if they're signed, but this one is signed. This one is signed. Honestly, once like Fairyloot stopped getting book signs, like a lot of the companies stopped getting book signed. Okay, so the crate one is also signed for the Court of Bristol. Let's see what we have. It is gold signed. Gold is signed by Raven Kennedy. It's her like initial signature for like 1 million copies she has to do. Nightbane, are you signed? Okay, yep, that one's signed as well. And are you signed? Crate. And the Illumicrate one is, I have my contacts in so I can't tell. But I think the Illumicrate signed one, or the Illumicrate one is a digital signature. But the rest of them are pen signed, so it's pretty cool. Okay, so we have a gorgeous edition. Gorgeous, gorgeous edition for She Is Wrath. Next up is Fairyloot. I have 7 Fairyloot. We're gonna start with the non-subscription boxes. So the ones that I like ordered as time, like ordered way in advance and then they all just happened to show up in November. So let's see, the first book that we have, okay. So the first book that we have from Fairyloot is a sequel. Well, these are all sequels. I mean, if I bought like a book outside it's either like the whole series or a sequel. So, but this one is a sequel to a book that we received earlier in the year, or last year. And that would be Vilest Things by Chloe Gong. So this is actually the sequel to, what is it the sequel to? So this is actually the sequel to Immortal Longings, which came in a Fairyloot box last year sometime. And I have not read it yet. I'll be honest with you. I own all of Chloe Gong's books. They are all signed by her. Very many of them are personalized because I've met her a couple of times and I haven't read any of her books. I know, I feel like such a sham because like who does that? Who buys like a copy of an author's, every single book an author has written and has not read one of them? Me, that's who I am. I like her as a person, so I buy her books. Eventually I will read them. I just haven't gotten around to them yet. So, but this one is, if I remember correctly, it's her adult debut. It is, I don't know. But anyways, so the edges are indeed gorgeous. And they are a copy of the front of the cover, just kind of brought around. I know a lot of people say that they don't like that. I actually really like that, so I'm not mad at it. Let's see what is under the dust jacket. We do have some under the dust jacket art. It is a reversible cover. I love the reversible cover that Fairyloot does. That is a reversible cover with character art on it. And then under the dust jacket, the hardcover case has this foiling design. The first one had a similar design but with a different character. And then we have the end paper art, which is just absolutely freaking gorgeous. Oh, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Oh my goodness. Maybe I need to read these. Because just from, okay, so like the art, the end paper art on some of these books, like the character art really does like suck me in. I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe I should read this. This looks really good. So I might have to pick this up. I did start her YA Romeo and Juliet retelling, These Violent Delights. I started that a few years ago, like when it had just come out and it was like the popular book. And I just never got like into it. And again, I'm a mood reader, so that doesn't mean that I don't like it. It just means that in that moment, I was not feeling it. Yeah, maybe I should just pick up some of her books. Maybe I'll start with the series because, I mean, that looks badass. So next we have another sequel to another book that I haven't read. So this happens a lot. I end up buying a lot of sequels for a lot of books that I haven't read, just in case I end up really liking it when I do read it. Then I would be so sad that I missed out on the matching sequel edition. So I just buy them. And it's a bad thing, bad habit. So I think I'm actually gonna start I'm gonna start reading them before I order them. And I think maybe I'll do that as like a series on this channel. Like read the sequels before, or read the book before the sequel comes out. See if I wanna buy it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. One never knows what life throws at one. All right, so we have the Ghostsmith by Nicki Preto, and it is the sequel to the Bonesmith, which also came out sometime last year from Fairyloot. And in similar design, it's very similar to the first one. And then we also have the cover art carried over onto the sprayed edge, which again, I really like. Again, one that I haven't read though. But again, end paper art is making me want to read it. I'm gonna show it. So this one is signed. Okay, I'll let you know. This one is signed. I didn't check to see if this one was signed. I need to start doing that. Like, I don't even know anymore if he's signed. Yes, so this one is signed. The Chloe Gong one is also hand signed. So far they're all hand signed except for one, which is pretty awesome. So let me show you. The backside says, the dead might be dangerous, but it's the living that can betray you. Isn't that the truth, man? All right, and then we have our reversible dust jacket with character art. We have a foiled design on the cover, and then we have our end paper art, which looks freaking badass. Like, look at that. Come on now. That looks amazing. Ooh, okay, this one might be a little dark, but if you can see that. That's a little dark. Oh yeah, there we go. You can see it. That is super pretty. Super, super pretty. I have so many books and not enough time to read them. I know that that's a problem that like a lot of people wish that they had. so I shouldn't complain too much, but good gracious, I need to do something with my life so that I can actually read these books. Okay, next on our list, and I don't know, okay. So this one is another one that I bought outside of the subscription. This one, however, I did not buy for myself, okay? So I actually ordered these for my daughter because she is a huge fan of the series and the TV show and all of that. So I ordered them for her for Christmas. So she knows that she's getting them, so it's not like some sort of surprise or anything. So if she watches the video, she's not gonna be like, oh, my books. Well, no, she will be like, oh, my books, but it's not gonna be like a big surprise or anything. She already saw them and she knows that she's getting them. I just figured I would show y'all before I wrapped them and stuck them under the tree. And that would be the Summer I Turned Pretty series from Fairyloot. So this is a part of their Immortal collection, which is basically like non-fantasy books. They do like their Immortal collection. So really they do any of the popular ones. And these are just absolutely gorgeous. They're like super cute and pastel-y, and there's nothing under the dust jacket of any of them, but the hardcover case is kind of like a canvasy feel, like painted canvas feel, and they have like just the cute character art, and the end papers are all the same. There's like nothing terribly unique about the end papers. So, but the edges are stupid freaking cute. Like, look at that. Those are absolutely adorable. All right, so we have book 1, The Summer I Turned Pretty. And then we have book 2, Not a Summer Without You. On the back, the edges. And then we have, the end papers are a different color, but the same design. And we have the other guy. I don't know their names, I'm sorry. I don't, but it's the other guy. I know that there's 2 of them because each one of my daughters were like, I like this one, I like the other one. Yeah, at least I know there's like a 5-year age gap between them. So, well, the 2 little ones, no. The 2 little ones are the same age. But between the 2 little ones and the older one, there is a 5-year age gap, so. All right, and then the last one will always have Summer. The edges, this was a blue end paper, and then the cover is the 3 of them. So super cute, super pretty. Definitely not my taste in literature, just because I don't particularly read YA contemporary. It's not my thing. I do read a lot of like YA fantasy and stuff like that, but YA contemporary is just not my jam. I am repackaging them back in their bubble wrap because again, I'm gonna rewrap these and put them under the Christmas tree for my daughter so. I want to keep them nice and protected. All right, next is, I have another set that came from Fairyloot. This set, however, is mine, so let's dive in. I have 2 sets of special editions for this series, one from OwlCrate and one from Fairyloot. You see a running trend here. So the OwlCrate one started because I got the first book as a monthly subscription box book. It was December of last year. Then the sequel came out and I was like, oh, well, I need the sequel. Then Fairyloot announced these and I was like, oh, well, I gotta get the Fairyloot ones because they're gorgeous. And then OwlCrate has been continuing with the series. The next 2 books that came out, they have matching editions. I ordered those. I don't know if Fairyloot is doing those, but if they do, I'll probably buy them. And then I honestly don't know what I'll do with them. Keep them until my kid is old enough to read them, give them to a friend, sell them. I have no idea. I don't know, but they're gorgeous, so I had to buy them. So here we are. I'm gonna start with the first one. That way people aren't confused as to what I'm talking about. But the first book in the series is The Serpent and the Wings of Night. So I did read this book back when it was still indie published. I read it on Kindle Unlimited, I believe, and I loved it. I absolutely freaking loved it. Like, it's games, trials, like vampires. It's so good. It is really, really, really good. I went to go pick up the second one and I forgot everything. Not everything, but I forgot a lot of what happened. So I just didn't have the same feel when I went into the second book, because the second book starts off with her mad at him because stuff happens at the end of the book. So she's mad at him. And in that moment, I didn't feel that betrayal anymore. Like, I had felt it at the end of the last book, or at the end of this one, but I didn't feel it when I went into the second one. So I just, the mood was kind of off for me, so I haven't read the second one yet, but let's look at this. So we've got a beautiful design on the spine. We've got gorgeous foiling on the back. And then the sprayed edge is also absolutely beautiful. Let's see, there's nothing under the dust jacket, but the hardcover case is absolutely gorgeous. It's printed directly on it. We've got this side as well. And then we have beautiful character art. On the back side, different character art, same characters, but different character art, different scene. And that is gorgeous. And it looks like it is hand signed, maybe? It looks like it is, because it looked like it kind of bled through the back, but we'll see. So, I need to make another pile because my books are stacking too high. All right, let's see, Ash and the Star-Cursed King. The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King is the sequel. Let me pull that one out real quick. Okay, it's similar color, or it's the same like color palette. Different design. The other one had more like a serpent design on this. This one has like a feather and a rose. Yeah, so the Serpent and the Wings of Night has like a serpent in the background, and then this one actually has like feathers in the background, so that's gonna be our difference. Backside, gorgeous. Then we have beautiful. Okay, look at that naked dust jacket, or the naked hardcover is. And then we have the backside art, and then the absolutely gorgeous end papers. These books are so freaking pretty, man. Like, they are absolutely pretty. And that was not a piggy, that was my puppy. I have Bostons and they snort like piggies. So I do about the sound in the background. And this one again is also hand signed. So refreshing. Anyways, all right, so last on this giant, absolutely giant book haul is my 3 Fairyloot subscriptions. So we will start off with the Romantasy subscription. And the theme for that is Hearts Ablaze. So I've actually seen this book a lot. It's actually at my local Barnes & Noble. It's kind of tucked in the back on a table next to the like YA fantasy section. So I thought that like the series was like YA, and there's like 3 books on that table. So I don't know which one is the first or second, or I couldn't tell you. But I ended up not buying it, obviously, because I knew I was getting it. I do check spoilers for these to make sure that I'm not buying something that I'm already getting, because I buy a lot of books. Like on Tuesdays, I'm usually at a Barnes & Noble every Tuesday with the new releases. So I double check to make sure that I'm not getting one in one of the subscriptions, because I have given away way too many duplicate copies because of that. And like, money's tight now. Like, let's be real. Financially, I'm already stretching the bounds of logic with the amount of books that I buy. Buying duplicates of the same book that I don't need a standard edition of is really pushing it. Anyways, back to the point. The point is the Fairyloot Romantasy book of the month is A Fire in the Sky by Sophie Jordan. So I'm not familiar with what this book is about, but there are dragons. I see dragons, clearly, so I'm assuming that there is something to do with the dragons. All right, ooh, pretty. Okay. So first to start off with is we have the reversible dust jacket, which is the original cover in a different color palette. The original one is like blue and orange, I believe. I like the white and the orange a lot better. I don't know, blue and orange just kind of throws me off because they're opposites. I'm not a fan. The under the naked hardcover is absolutely gorgeous. It's again that canvasy feel like the Summer Turned Pretty books. And we've got like the dragon scale foiling on the back and the front. You can see the title of the book down there at the bottom. The spine is really well done. Then we have our end papers, and so this one is, this one has a signature with a line, so one would assume that it's hand signed, but I'm pretty sure that it's a digital signature. It looks like it's a photocopy of a hand signed page. So those are the end papers. The end papers are freaking beautiful. And they are foiled. All the little like snow and effects, those are foiled. And then he's a cutie. We're just gonna say that. He's a cutie. You can see all the foiling on there. That is absolutely gorgeous. Okay. All right. I like dragons. I like winter. I like Viking-y looking people. I think this might be one that I enjoy. The Romantasy like subscription is very hit or miss for me, but this one seems like it's something that I would like, so we will have to try it out and see. Okay, next on our list is the Fairyloot Adult. So we'll save the goodies for last. Fairyloot Adult. All right, and the theme of this month is Fortunes Found, and the book is absolutely adorable. It's so pretty, so pretty. Okay. hold on. It's all cute and pastel-y. Let's see up close and personal. Okay, so the book, oh my God, that's gorgeous. Anyways, okay, so the Fairyloot adult book of the month is The Teller of Small Fortune. This is absolutely beautiful. It is so whimsical. It reminds me of like an Asian-inspired Alice in Wonderland, like with the cat and the tree and just the color palette, like, and the tea. Like it's gorgeous. And look at those edges. Look at those freaking edges. They are the cutest. Okay, so this one is so freaking cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here we have a reversible dust jacket with character art, and it's got, looks like the main character and a kitty. And then we have the naked hardcover, which again, it's that canvasy feel of material, but look how cute this is. Oh, it's absolutely adorable. Look how pretty. And the back side and the foiling, it's just so cute. Sorry, I'm having a moment. And then we have, oh, these end papers. Look at this. End papers, you got like the pink, like foiling in the clouds, and then it's very, this reminds me straight of like a scene out of like Howl's Moving Castle or something. Like that is so cute. I think if I remember correctly, this is like a cozy, like found family story. Look at that, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Oh, I love this edition. I absolutely love this edition. I'm speechless at this edition. It is so pretty. Like I don't even know what to say at this point. Like, I'm having a moment. I'm sorry, but this edition is so freaking pretty. I love everything about it. Which, I mean, I love most of my Fairyloot books, but this one is just, all right. And last but not least is the last box that I received. I actually got this yesterday, which is why I'm filming my unboxing today. I got it last night at like 9 o'clock at night. So let's see what is inside. It's the Fairyloot YA. So to start it off, we have our theme card, and the theme for November was Love and Vendetta, which I do love a good vendetta. Do love a good vendetta. I'm cheating and I'm looking at the back of this. All right, so first on our list, which I'm super excited about, is a Crimson Moth mug. So I actually read Crimson Moth beginning of this year, I want to say, maybe, I think it was. Crimson Moth is the UK title. The American title is actually The Heartless Huntsman, and I read it at the beginning of the year when I got it. I got it in both an OwlCrate and a Fairyloot. It's so good. It's so freaking good. Here is the mug. It's super pretty. Glare. And it's like pink on the inside as well. It is really gorgeous. I'm gonna add it to my shelves over here with all my different mugs. I love that. Such a good book. Witches and sad boys and all the things that I love. Next on our list is a set of magnetic bookmarks from A Deadly Education, which I am not a fan of. The concept and the idea of A Deadly Education, like, good. The plot, also good. The writing made me want to cry. Like, I wanted to scream and throw the book, which I would never do, but oh, it's terrible. Like, it's just so much like internal monologue, and it's just repetitive as hell and just dry, and I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand it. So, but we've got these, which are actually pretty cute. So this looks like a bottle, and then it's a book with like a little monster behind it. Again, it's a cool concept. Deadly Education, a girl goes to a magic school that's ridden with monsters, and you know, they gotta keep the monsters at bay because monsters want to eat the children of the magical. It's a really cool concept, but yeah, the writing was, ugh. I'm still gonna read the other ones because I need to know what happens, but at this point, like, it's been probably 4 or 5 years since I read it, and I'm just like, I'll get to it eventually. Next on our list, I'm over here opening the plastic, and I haven't even told you what's next on the list. Next is going to be our calendar. So it seems like Fairyloot's going to be doing these regularly now. Last year we got one, and it was like a standing desk calendar. It was Sarah J. Maas. This one is actually The World of Stephanie Garber, which we all know, well, I don't know if we all know, but I definitely know, and some of you may know if you've seen, I'm obsessed with Stephanie Garber's books, like absolutely obsessed. I've also met her a couple times and she's a super sweetheart, but I'm absolutely obsessed with Stephanie Garber's books. And I'm super excited for this. I'm also obsessed with Sarah J. Maas's books, so the last year's calendar was amazing, but I'm excited for this one. So, all right. So we've got our little standy thing, wood stand that the cards go in, and let's take a look at the cards. I'm hoping that they did, I'm assuming that they did both Carball and Once Upon a Broken Heart, but oof. Oh, the art's gorgeous. Okay, all right, so first we have January, which is going to be Scarlet, and then the back is also like an art card, so January for Scarlet. Then we have Julian for February. Then Tella, it seems, for March, which March is when I was born. Like that's my birth month is March, so I'm actually kind of excited about that one. I do love Tella. Joey, no sir. Next we have, oh, Jax for April, but it's like Fates Jax, like not bad boys turn good Jax, it's just bad Jax, villain Jax. Then we have my boy Legend right here. All right, then we have, is this from Once Upon a Broken Heart? Maybe, I'm not sure, I think. I don't know who that is. Is it the big bad fate at the end of Carball maybe? Yeah, I think this is the big bad fate at the end of finale. I don't remember what his name is, and then I can't give you any more description because it'll give away spoilers, but I think that's him. Then this one is definitely Once Upon a Broken Heart. So this is going to be Evangeline's original like love of her life that starts all of the chaos. Chaos. We'll see him in a second, but I assume anyways, but. Then we have Pierce Prince Apollo, and then we have, I can't remember her name, but she's also one of the Fates, and she's like, becomes a really good friend of like Evangeline's, and she's a friend of Jax's too. Can't remember her name though. Then we have Chaos. I knew he was gonna be in here. Oh, Chaos. We do love us a Chaos. And then we have Jax 2.0, so this is like anti-hero Jax, not villain Jax. And then last but not least, we have Evangeline and her pretty rose gold hair. So I'm super excited about this calendar. I love this world. I absolutely love Stephanie Garber's books. Just, they're some of my favorite. They're just super whimsical and they're YA, but still, I absolutely love them. Like her writing is just some of my favorite. Next, we have, looks like a letter opener sword replica. So Fairyloot does the sword replicas like Illumicrate do, but they do a smaller version. Theirs is just like a smaller letter opener, so yes. All right, let's see what it is. Ooh, so that's really pretty. I'm trying to get it to focus. That's super pretty. Let's hold it up here so you can kind of see. It's really pretty, and it is from the book of the month, so For She Is Wrath, so that's actually super cute. Next we have packing peanuts. Next we have a tea towel, or a kitchen towel as we would call them in the US, but it's just a kitchen towel, and it is the Sea and Vine kitchen towel. So let's take it out. I do enjoy a good kitchen towel, obviously. I'm an old lady who likes housely things. But this is Sea and Vine, and it's a restaurant. I'm assuming that it's from Kingdom of the Wicked, because I think that's what the name of the restaurant was, like the family restaurant in Kingdom of the Wicked. And it's got Italian food on it, so I think I'm correct. Let me see. Let me cheat. Yeah, Kingdom of the Wicked. So this is a family restaurant from Kingdom of the Wicked. I like that. I can always use a good towel. They don't absorb very well for like drying dishes or anything like that, but it is still nice. And then let's see what else. Okay, we've got our book here. Okay, so at the bottom we have our 2 tarot cards. So we are starting the last section of this tarot deck. We have the Ace of Planets and the 2 of Planets. And these are probably characters from this book, maybe? I'm not sure, let me check. Let me check what book they are from. Tarot cards. Yes, they are 2 characters from For She Is Wrath, so. And I'm super excited that I'm actually gonna get a full deck of tarot. I didn't get one last time because I started Fairyloot too late, but now they're actually changing their collectible item. I believe they're gonna stop doing the tarot cards once this deck is done, and they're gonna start adding page overlays to the book. So every box will come, every Fairyloot item box will come with page overlays for the book of the month, which I'm actually super excited about because I love page overlays. All right, so let's see. Book of the month, we grab out the bookmark, which is what I keep inside of my Fairyloot YA books to see which book which book they are. We've got the Fairy Scoop, and then this one is a duplicate. I already knew that that was going to be the case, but the book is For She Is Wrath. Got the pretty sprayed edge. That is really, really gorgeous. It's really dark, but it's really gorgeous. And then we've got the back. What does the back say? The whispers grew louder, like the stones themselves were speaking to me, like the earth had been cleaved in two and begun talking. And that one word rose again above the rest, an incantation and a warning all at once. Ooh, ominous. Okay, so there's foiling, and there's foiling to create the detail, and I feel like it's glitter foiling. Like it looks like there's glitter foiling on there, like around the flames to kind of create the detail. Oh, I don't think that you can see that. That's like really tiny, but it looks glittery. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Maybe just because it's so small, it looks glittery, but it's really not. Oh, so pretty. Okay, so under the dust jacket is a reversible cover. It is the original cover of the book, but a different color scheme than the original. I think it's like, the original's like bluish or greenish or something like that, rather than like the maroon and the purple. And then we have the naked cover, has a printed design, which is also foiled around the design. It's super pretty. And then again, the sprayed edge is really, really nice. All right, and let's check and see if this one's signed. It is definitely a digital signature, which that's fine. And then we have the foiled end papers, which, how pretty is that? And let's see the other side, if it's the same. Oh, definitely different. That's super pretty. So even though I have a duplicate, this is definitely one where my daughter wanted my duplicate edition. So I'm gonna give her, I usually give her my OwlCrates. I keep all my Fairyloots because I just love the Fairyloots. They're always so well done. So well done, but. So we have that, and that's it. That's my ginormous unboxing for the month of November. I don't know, I don't think I have as much stuff coming in the later months. I don't know, there's so much pending out in the world that I have purchased over the last year. I couldn't even tell you at this point. It's a little on the ridiculous side, but that's okay because it's all for a good reason. So, and that good reason is to feed my book addiction. All right, so this is gonna be a stack. This is gonna be a stack from hell. Okay, let me stack these up so that I can show you all of the book. I should stack them in like size order. That way I don't have like things flying everywhere. Okay, yeah, this stack is so tall that you can actually see it. Ah, okay, I don't think I'm gonna be able to fit it all in the viewfinder, or in the, I'm not gonna be able to fit it all in the frame, but we're gonna try, so give me one sec. Okay, so this has been, oh geez, oh help. Oh, okay, no, okay, here we go. I got them all? Yeah, so that's, I mean, it's a little, I can't get them all, but it's close. That is all of the books that I opened for this month. Let's turn around. That's heavy. That's a lot of books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. And it's not even all of them because I forgot that I also have the 3 for the Summer I Turned Pretty for my daughter, but I already wrapped those and put them back so they didn't get damaged. So yeah, this is a lot of books. Okay, so, yeah, that's a lot of books. Okay, I'm gonna put it down. All right, well, thank you guys for joining me on this unboxing adventure. And if you'd like to see more unboxings, do please remember to subscribe to my channel. That way you can see all of my unboxing and book hauls if you also have an interest in spending way too much money on books. And if you just want to come by and hang out and see my other content, please do remember to like this video and subscribe, because that way whenever I put out some nonsense, you'll be notified that it is available to you. Anyways, thanks guys. Bye.